Hi guys, welcome to week 3 of the diet. I'm having to do a little intro here like a few weeks in advance because it seems that when I went to edit the video to publish it, I didn't actually do a video introducing the like week 3, or I did a video, I'm pretty sure I did, and it has disappeared into the ether. It's gone somewhere and I just cannot find it. So so yeah, here is the week 3 intro. So week 3 of the diet was probably my favourite one so far, apart from the week that I'm in currently, which is week 5. Because it is the first week that I was able to actually have some vegan substitutes, in terms of rather than just having purely plant-based. I was able to have like vegan sausages, vegan burgers and different things like that. So so yeah, I think my first meal on the Monday was I did my tomato pasta that I had, I think, before, that you would have seen me have, but instead of not having the meatballs or the vegan substitute meatballs, I was actually able to have the meatballs that time. So that was it was amazing, just being able to have something else, something with a bit more substance. So so yeah, that was good. I also had we get these like fish fillets. They're obviously they're not fish, they're fake fish. They're called Fry's fish fillets, or fish style fillets, I think they're called. And I had those as well, because they're quite low in calories, just like, yeah, breaded little triangles that look like fish. And yeah, they're quite low in calories, and I had them with jacket potato and peas. So yeah, so it's those sort of things that I've been adding to the diet, although through week 3, as you'll probably see, I start to I'm pretty sure week 3 is where I start to think about what if what I'm thinking about the diet is actually accurate, and I actually start to change my mindset and stuff like that. But you'll see if you watch it. So yeah, enjoy week 3. So this is day 3 of week 3 of the diet. Currently cooking dinner right now, as you can see. My yummy this is sweet potato and lentil curry today. I think I'm kind of cheating on the diet. I don't really know, because it was pretty vague when it was given to me, in terms of the 3rd week and the 4th week are the weeks where you can have vegan substitutes, but still obviously plant-based, because it's a plant-based diet. But yeah, you can introduce vegan substitutes with your meals. But the first 2 weeks were like really strict in terms of what you could eat. So for the first day, I swapped my jacket potato for lunch instead of dinner, and had pasta for dinner, and I had the meat-free meatballs. Second day, I had like these fishless fillet things with my jacket potato and some peas. And today I'm not having any vegan substitutes at all, because it's not something that I've always had like day in, day out. So yeah, so today I'm actually having the curry, but I'm limiting the portions, because I think that's what my problem was before, is I was just cooking these high fat, high calorie meals and going back for like seconds and even thirds sometimes. So because I make quite a lot, obviously the recipe is made for like 4 or 5 people, and there was just 2 of us eating it. So so yeah, so I'm just making sure I'm keeping my portion low. But yeah, so I don't know if it really counts as still being plant-based, even though it's obviously good because I'm not having vegan substitutes with it. Or if this would count as a cheat meal, which I'm supposed to leave for week 5 of the diet. But then why would it be a cheat meal when it's something that I have sort of as part of my regular diet? For me, a cheat meal is a takeaway. So which is obviously you don't know what's going into it, sort of thing. So yeah, to me this isn't a cheap meal as long as I'm keeping the calories down. I don't know, but that's how I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm very excited to have this, because I've been making it for my son and my husband for the last 2 weeks and not being able to have it myself. So so yeah, I'm very excited to have this again. It does surprise you though, because obviously I'm using my Fitness Pal to track all my calories, and I'm trying to keep below the 1500 calorie mark a day. And yeah, I mean, this meal, like including the rice, I mean the rice is pretty much just as much as the curry itself. Obviously the curry is calorific because it's got coconut cream in it, so obviously it's going to be calorific. But yeah, the rice is almost as much in terms of its 300 calories. So yeah, it's one of those ones where I'm quite surprised at how calorific it actually is. And obviously, like I said, I was eating like half of like this whole meal, as well as like double the amount of rice I'm actually going to cook for myself today. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh, and I won't be having any pita bread either. My husband and my son will be, but I won't. I'm cutting out the pita bread to try and keep the calories down. So yeah. Yeah, I should also point out as well, this week is going to be a bit meh for exercise, because yesterday I went on my run with a little bit of a twinge in my ankle, thinking, no, I'll be fine. It's like my knees, once I warm my knees up when they're a bit achy, normally they're a bit fine, or they are fine, and I thought it'd be the same with my ankle, but by the time I did 3 kilometers, I wasn't in excruciating pain, but I was basically limping by the end. I just couldn't continue, so I sort of stopped my run at 3 kilometers, and when I got home I could barely walk and I was in a lot of pain with my ankle. It's a lot better today, but I most likely will not be doing my run tomorrow like I normally would, so I'm just going to rest it up and then see how I feel on Sunday. So it's got like a good 3 or 4 days rest to make sure it's all okay. So yeah, I'm missing out on a day's exercise. We are trying though to keep our walks in, not each day, because we don't normally have the time to, because it's like a 2-hour walk, but we're, hence why I'm doing dinner quite early each day, so we can get it finished early and then we can go out for the walk early, because it's like a 6k walk. It's really lovely and the weather's so nice, it'd just be a waste of a day to not make the most of it. So yeah, at least I'm getting the exercise in that way, so hey ho.
Check. Yeah.
So this is Thursday in week 1 of the 2nd phase of the diet. So technically, God, how many days is it now? Day 18 is the diet, I think. Yeah, so I've changed things up a bit in terms of, I was getting not sick of pasta, because who could ever be sick of pasta, but I just found it really restrictive in terms of how much I was eating. It was just so calorific, and yeah, just like the cooking of it and everything. So I changed things up a bit, and for breakfast I just had some brown flakes with sultanas, and then for lunch I'm having what I would normally have for breakfast, which is peanut butter on toast, having a banana with it as well, so it's a bit more sustainable, so I'm not like starving hungry within an hour or whatever. So I'm gonna see how I get on with that. I mean, it keeps me below the 1500 calorie mark, so yeah, I'm just gonna see how it goes. Like I said, I just wanted a bit of a change, so yeah, let's just see how that goes. I've actually become quite a big fan of peanut butter. Never thought I would like it, but I love it now. I'm trying to think of other ways I can incorporate it into my food. So I'm thinking of like overnight oats or something. I might give them a go, because I have oats anyway, because I make my husband homemade oat bars that are vegan. So yeah, I might try that eventually. Might buy some frozen fruit or something, see if that'll work. Okay, so I just had my dinner of vegan burger, baked beans and a jacket potato, and I had the Naked Glory quarter pounder, like these ones. I don't know if you have them like the States or anywhere else in Europe or whatever, but over here in the UK we have them. We've had their sausages before,
So I know their sausages are nice, like they are like my favourite sausages, but I picked those up by mistake when I was panic shopping like for food, and I thought they were sausages because it's the same packaging. So yeah, so it was convenient that we had them in the fridge, and oh my god, they're like the nicest burgers that I've like vegan burger that I've had in forever. I've never had a nicer vegan burger. I mean, like when people go on about, like vegans go on about, oh, this is a really nice vegan burger, blah blah blah, it's normally because it's in a bun covered in salad with a shit ton of sauce and like flavourings and stuff just to hide the fact that it's not a burger. When we eat burgers, we have it with like chips and beans normally, so we don't really have much to disguise the flavour. So I've never been impressed with a vegan burger. I'm not a massive burger fan anyway, so it's never been like a big deal for me. But I thought I'd give it a go because my husband had one the other day and he said it was really nice. So I tried it. Oh my god, it's so nice. And like Naked Glory, if you haven't tried them and you want to try some vegan stuff, then definitely give them a go because they are so nice. Like their sausages are lovely. I love their sausages. And yeah, now I can say their quarter pounder burgers are really nice as well. And they're not too bad in calories. I can't remember how much. One fried burger is 192 calories. I mean, that's not bad at all. So yeah, if you can pick one up, definitely pick them up. Really, really good.
I love the stealth hiding in the grass.
You're weird, Bubba. So it's Saturday. Saturday, week 3 of the diet. I've lost count of how many days it is now. And I'm a bit of a meh kind of mood when it comes to the diet anyway. I'm pretty yay about other things in my life, like my playthroughs and my editing and my live streams and stuff. But yeah, I think because I've like busted my ankle this week, so obviously I wasn't able to go for a run on Thursday. I doubt very much I'm going to go for a run tomorrow, and at this rate I have a feeling I'm not even going to be able to go for a run next Tuesday either, because while I feel my ankle is getting better, I can still feel quite a twinge, and I'm limping a lot of the time, and like I can't walk down the stairs like one foot at a time sort of thing. I'm having to take one step each time, like both feet going down, so it takes me forever to walk down the stairs. I struggle walking up the stairs as well, so like it's not painful, it's just like it's really tight. So yeah, God knows what I've done, but yeah, I think it means that I'm not going to be running for the foreseeable future, which is just really shitty. Obviously it doesn't help with the weight loss side of things. Yeah, I kind of just get the feeling, like I had a bad feeling when I started this week that my weight loss was going to stall, because obviously with this week I've started with the whole thing of having the vegan substitutes for meat. So obviously I've had burgers this week, I've had meatballs. Yesterday for dinner I made vegan spag bowl with some vegan mince, which was really nice. Weren't too bad in the calorie section either. I think it's quite good for iron as well, actually, the vegan mince. I've got the picture, where is it, this one. This one we tried, Meatless Farm Company. Never had it before. I don't actually think I've had vegan mince other than I've had corn mince, which is vegetarian, and I weren't a lover of it, which is why it's never really been something that we've bought regularly. But I was actually quite surprised with this one. We've ordered Naked Glory mince meat to have next week. So we're going to try spag bowl with that, because we've got like a load of spaghetti in the cupboard, so I'm just trying to clear some space in the cupboard. So yeah, so if I have, I'll make spag bowl with that next week and see if that one's any better. But yeah, I just kind of get this feeling that my weight has kind of stalled because where I've started eating this sort of stuff, and obviously where I had the curry as well this week. So yeah, I'm just a bit meh about it. I've kind of changed my mindset on the whole diet as well, in terms of I'm not really sticking to it. I don't know if I've said this like on previous days. I forget what I've recorded each day. But yeah, I've kind of changed my mindset in terms of I'm not strictly following it, so to speak, in terms of, well, because it was quite vague in terms of what your options were from the 3rd week onwards, other than it just being plant-based and you having vegan substitute food. So yeah, so I think it was kind of like just a free for all. You could have what you wanted. So that's kind of like what I've done, but I'm loosely sticking to it. So, but like where I'm still having like cereal in the morning instead of toast. I'll have the peanut butter on toast at lunchtime, just so I'm not having pasta every day, because I just think pasta just ends up being so calorific, and yeah, I just don't like filling my lunch. Like, it really restricts what I can eat then for dinner if I'm eating pasta for lunch. So at least it frees up, like I can have sausages, or I can have a burger with my jack potato and things like that. So like next week I might even be able to have the pies that I love so much. I need to check what the calories are though before I dip into it. But yeah, so I've still got obviously tomorrow, because I've had dinner today, which was the rest of the spag bowl and the jack potato. Was actually quite nice. So yeah, I've got tomorrow left in terms of how many days this week, and then obviously Monday morning I'll weigh myself and see how much I've lost. But yeah, I'm not holding out much hope for how much I've lost, but we'll see. I just really hope it's better than what I'm expecting it to be. I'm really, really hoping it's better than what I expect it to be, because it's proven to be quite restrictive in terms of like, or it's probably me just restricting myself, but yeah, I have a feeling I might need to start looking at other diets I'll see what comes up this week. I think I'll do it like I'm kind of like in two minds about continuing the diet, because obviously I've got obviously I've done this week, then next week is plant-based with vegan sub meals, then the week after is the same but I get a cheat meal, and then the week after that I get a cheat meal for 2 days on week 5, so week after next, and then the week after that I get a whole cheat day. But I think it's just a matter of me just gauging, I guess, how much weight I lose. I think if I don't lose much this week, I'll do one more week and see how much weight I lose. And if my weight is stalling, then I think it's me just needing to accept the fact that me being on a carb concentrated diet it really isn't for me, and I need to look into other options. But we'll see. You'll know by the end of this video, obviously. So let's hope it's good news, yeah? Keep your fingers crossed for me. Hi guys, welcome to week 4, Monday of week 4 of the diet. So obviously this will be the end of the week 3 video, because this is where I tell you that I weighed myself this morning and I lost 1.8 pounds, so just under 2 pounds. It's better than I thought it would be, but obviously not as much as I would like, but I was dreading it. I was thinking that I'd either gained a little bit or I'd not lost
anything at all, like 0.2 of a pound or something. So yes, I was pleasantly surprised to see that I'd still lost something, but obviously it's a real slowdown in terms of what I was losing. I put that down to two things. I put that down to the fact that, one, I haven't been running the last week because my ankle was buggered. I don't even think I'm going to be able to run this week either because my ankle still feels buggered. It doesn't feel as bad as it has the last week, but yeah, I don't think I'll be able to run tomorrow. So I think the earliest I'm going to be able to run is Thursday. So fingers crossed that if I just keep resting it and not doing too much, like running around and stuff, I might actually be able to start running again by Thursday. Really hope so, because I'm really missing my run. Really missing it. Also, I think there's probably the whole thing of the fact that where I'm adding vegan substitutes into the diet, it's not as if they're still massively calorific. I think there's just a lot of stuff in them that just isn't exactly great. It's not, I mean, I'm not exactly having them every day, but obviously when you look at the 2 weeks before where I wasn't having any at all and I was just having really basic food. So yeah, so I just think, yeah, that's probably why the weight loss has kind of slowed down, but I think it's a combination of the two things really, which is why it slowed down even more, so to speak. Yeah, so for dinner yesterday, because what I've actually done now, I've decided that I'm going to, where I can, I'm cutting out pasta as a lunch thing because it was just too calorific, especially when I'm adding vegan substitutes to my dinner. So instead of having like toast for breakfast and pasta for lunch, what I'm doing now is I'm having some cereal, like just plain brown flakes with sultanas or raisins or whatever it is. I'm having them in the morning, and then I'm having the toast that I would have at breakfast at lunch with the banana. So it's so much less calorific than the pasta would be, so it just opens up what I can have then for dinner a bit more. So last night, yeah, I had like jack potato peas and those fish fillet things, like the fake fish fillet. But my husband had a Chicago town vegan pizza, and it smelled absolutely amazing, and apparently to him as well it was absolutely delicious. So that was absolute torture last night. I just can't wait to just be able to go back to having takeaways. I miss like fatty foods, I really do. I really miss having that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I've got this 1 week. Then after this week, the next week is when I have, I think, 2 cheat meals in my week. So I'll at least have one takeaway in there. I don't know what I'll do for my other cheat meal, but I might just have like chips instead of jack potato or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to do 2 like takeaways, like one after the other, because obviously that would be bad. So yeah, I'll have to think of what else I can have. But yeah, let's just see how I get on this week. So tonight is going to be pasta with non-meat meatballs. So yeah, it's a yummy food. So I'm looking forward to cooking it, because I'm gonna have to cook it now because it sounds like Bubs is hungry.